Legend of a Rabbit. My favorite movie when I was a baby. Let me tell you the story of what I saw today. I was at home watching Godzilla. And when I saw the package came in my door. So I walked out of the house, grabbed out the package, and it said, "For you." For me? I said, and then opened it up and reviewed a DVD called Texan, The Lost T-Tex Trailer, Texan Deep Zhan. And it took out the package when it went up into my room and put it in the DVD player, and then it started. The menu sections were play, scene selection, bonus features, and settings. I pressed play. Before it started, it revealed a warning. This last T-Tex Texan Deep Zhan was made to promote the Cat in the Hat movie, although it wasn't released until February 2026. If it gets curious, please don't watch it in public. Your discretion is advised. Okay, I said. Here we go. It all started when Evelyn, Lon, Biggie, and Two walked into the shot. And then Lon said to Evelyn, I'm not sure about this, but it's really a T-Tex robot. Is it really a monster too? And then Biggie spoke. Don't worry, Lon, it's gonna be okay. And Penny said to Evelyn, "Are you sure this is a safe place?" And then Evelyn said, "Don't worry, guys, we're going to be okay." And Two said to Evelyn, "Don't worry, Evelyn, always be here right in for you. If you need something, I'm here for you." But two sentences got interrupted when there's Deep Zhan and Tex dropping down, and Biggie screamed, and then he said, "It's the fuzz!" He said it like the anteater from Zootopia 2. And then Tex and Deep Zhan walked into the shot, and then Tex said to the 5 Kung Fu Warriors, "Hello, furries. What are you doing in my hideout?" And then Deep Zhan said to Two, "We meet again, Two. We meet again." And then Two and Evelyn got furious and said, "Tex, what are you doing here?" And Deep Zhan, "I thought you were dead." And then Evelyn said to Tex, "Whoever you are, leave this place or we'll take you down." "I agree with Evelyn," Two said. And then Tex said, "Well, I just came down here to have some fun with a blue cat, a lynx, a bunny, a tiger, and even you, a so-fat rapper who knows Kung Fu." And then Two said furiously, "Hey, don't you dare talk back to me. I will come up there and kick your stupid hiney." And then Tex said to Two, "I don't think you will, Master Rabbit. But you know what time it is? It's fun time with the sexy Texy." And then Penny gets shocked and then screamed. I tried to cover my ears due to how loud the scream was, and then breaking various objects such as windows, plates, and even bowls. And I didn't uncover my ears, but they were bleeding. "Holy crap!" Penny screamed, maybe almost deaf. And then Penny stopped screaming, calmed down. And then Deep Zhan walked off towards Penny with a knife. "Do you know what time it is?" What now? What time is it?" Penny said. "It's time for you to go dead. It looks like it's game over." And then Deep Zhan laughed maniacally, and then Peggy said, "What?" And then Deep Zhan said it again, and it started stabbing Penny. Penny screamed as she was being stabbed, And then she died. Too said. Log got furious and activated her firepower to attack Tex. But Tex punched Lon in the eye. Fuck! Lon shouted while holding her eye. Tag! You're it, Tex said. He then grabbed out a flamethrower and started to burn Lon's face. Lon screamed as her face was being burned, and then she died. Done! Evelyn said, worrying for her best friend. And then Biggie gets angry and confronted Tex. You are a bad robot! And he grabs onto his fireworks and shoots it at Tex. But Tex didn't get destroyed or burned. And then Tex said, you call me a bad robot? Alright, you asked for this. He then snapped his fingers and said, Zhan, finish him off. And Zhan nods and grabs out a chainsaw to finish off Biggie. What the heck? Biggie screamed. And as Zhan said, it's time to finish you off. Zhan said. And then he started to cut Biggie's neck as the screen cut to black. All I could hear was Biggie screaming as his neck was being cut off. And then he died. It then cut to the scene where Biggie's dead body is laying. His head was separated from his body. Biggie! Two yelled. And he went towards Biggie's dead body to start to cry realistic tears. Evelyn felt so bad for him. She then hugged Two and began to comfort him. Two and Evelyn are the only ones left. So the Two stopped crying and berated at Tex. You killed Biggie, and I will kill you! Oh yeah? Tex said. Well, how about this? He then punched Two, causing his legs to break. Two couldn't get up as his legs were broken. What the hell? I said. My legs! Two shouted. And Tex flew over to Two and said, any last words, fatty? And then Two said, oh, shoot, let me go, with tears in his eyes. And then Tex said, told you, Tubby, you shouldn't mess with the T-Man. And then he stabbed Two in the belly with his knife, as Two screamed in agony. And then he died. There's a knife stuck up on his belly, as he already died. His eyes was missing. He was crying blood, and he was draining blood all over, and there was blood on his stomach. No! Evelyn screamed, and then she started to cry over to his dead bodies and started to shed realistic tears. And then Tex and Zhan showed up, ready to finish her off. But Evelyn started running, as Tex and Zhan were chasing her. And then Zhan finally knocked her to the ground. And then Evelyn got scared and tried to back off. And then Tex said, any last words, Blue Cat? And Evelyn said, please don't kill me! Please! Alright, you asked for this. And then Tex and Zhan began to stab Evelyn and began to slice Evelyn's arms and legs off. Evelyn screamed as her limbs were being sliced off by Tex. And they cut the scene where Evelyn's limbs were sliced off. And then she began to slowly die as she closed her eyes and her mouth was agape. And then the screen cut to black. And after for about 5 seconds, and it cut to a shot of the Tex logo. All I could hear were the screams and the deep note of Two, Penny, Biggie, Lon, and Evelyn. After for about 5 seconds of the deep note stopped. And Tex and Zhan appeared, almost like a jump scare. That scared the crap out of me. And then Tex said to the audience, hello, Legend of a Rabbit fans. You know what the Sexy Texy did this time? We even killed the fat rabbit, a lynx, a bunny, a tiger, and even a blue cat in its hideout. Is that right, Deep Sean? And the Deep Sean said, exactly. And the text continues speaking to the audience. But now remember the golden rule. If you get scared of me or my logo or Deep Sean, we'll track you down and kill you. See you later, alligators. And the text flew away from the shot, along with Deep Sean, who was running away. And then it faded, and it cut to the scene. The audience is listening, and I thought, why is that movie playing backwards? And there's a jump scare. Get ready! And then shows the edited picture of two running away from the lion guards, but it was edited. His eyes were black. His pupils were white. He was crying blood, and there were fangs on his mouth, and he was drooling blood. And over here there was a howling scream, and Shrek's roar in the background. And then it faded to black. I was so shocked by this. I then took the disc out and destroyed it and burned it alive. And then buried it under the ground so no one could see it. Oh no, I couldn't sleep that night. I had a nightmare where Tex and Deep Sean were killing me. If you guys see this, please don't watch it.